Hello, today we have a practice test for Autodesk Certified User exam on architecture, and every exam is composed of 30 questions as we will see in this video. And let's start with question number one. It says open to ground building the Revit and activate level 1 floor plan and create a grid along the reference plane A and a grid along the reference plane B as shown in the image. So I will go here and I will open the file that will be provided in the exam, and I will um, create a grid here. I pressed GR as shortcut for grids, and I will create two grids, and then I will use the shortcut, my custom shortcut, which is letter X, for measuring the distance between the two grids. But take care of something, that shortcut for the distance, I set it on my own Revit software, but in the real exam you will not use the software in your PC, but you will be given access to a port, and this through this port you will use special Revit software. So any custom Revit shortcuts that you set in your own Revit software, it will not be taken with you, and the default shortcuts will be used. So here, that's the question number one. And this exam, you will find it in the link in the description. You will find the download file and bundle tests. It's a bundle of 6 exams. They are structured to simulate the actual certification exam. Um, every is 30 question. It's knowledge based and practice based, and all the fundamentals and all the structure of the exams are maintained in those exams. So let's go to question number two. It has open bgrids.revit. I will close this one, and I will not save it because in case you will get the file, it's recommended that you can solve the question more than one time, even if you know the answer. When you solve the question more than one time, you will gain skills in doing the tasks faster. So don't save it after you finish the task. And we will open here the file. It says B grids, and I will activate level 1 floor plan view. And what is required that I draw a wall horizontally between grids 1 and 2 with those settings, and at the end what is the volume of the wall. So as we can see here, it's the most typical format of the ACU exam is that you do a task and then you get a value or a number of an element, and that's the typical format you will see in the exam. So I will go here and I will go to create a wall, and the wall type, this wall type, and the base constraint is level 1 and top constraint is level 3. So that is the type, okay, and the base constraint level 1 and the top constraint is to level 3. I will draw here the wall, and what is required, what is the volume of the wall, what is the volume of the wall. So to get the volume of the wall, I will go here and I will find the volume of the wall is 17.470. And remember, the what's most important in the exam is time management. The question with good practice, you will be able to solve the exam. It's not that difficult. You only need to follow the instructions. What is essential or critical in the exam is the time management. How you're gonna manage your time. And the course here, there is a PDF for the exam tips. It tells you how to manage the time in the exam and with routines that you can follow so that you can pass the exam. And yeah, it's I got 90% in the exam, and it was not that difficult with only when I managed the time. So don't worry, the exam is not that difficult. So I will go to question number 3. It says open building doors, open building doors, and activate level 1 floor plan. Change the width of the door highlighted to be 2 meters, and what is the area of the host wall. So that's another thing that there will be maybe in sometimes a visual commands that you select the door highlighted, or there will be an arrow pointing to a side of a wall and you have to check something on this wall. So you have also to take care of this. So here I change the width of the door to be 2 meters. So to change the width, I will go here and click edit type, and I will scroll here until I see the width here. It's 1.6. I will type 2 and press apply. Okay. And now what is the new area of the host wall? So that is the host wall. The new area of the host wall is 31.512 meters. And um, go to question number 4. It says open 02 Windows at Revit. I'll close that one, and I will open 02 Windows.Revit and activate the 3D view. And here it says what is the density of the glass material in the window highlighted. So to get the density of the glass material in this window, it's simple. I will just click on it and go to edit type, and here under materials and finishes I will find the material glass, that one. When I just click on it, those small button will appear. I will click on it to go to the properties of this glass material, and here the glass material is opened. I will just go to thermal, and that is the density of the glass material. Okay, I'll close that one. Question number 5, open building 2B, activate the level 1 floor plan, and tag the highlighted window by category and I should edit the label of the tag family so it shows the cost parameter, and then I will reload the tag family into the project. And what is the cost of this door? So I will go here and open building 2B and activate level 1 floor plan, and I should tag this window. I'll go here, that's the window in the dining room. I will tag it by category, and I should edit the labels so it shows the cost parameter. So what parameter is it showing now? I don't know, but to know this, I will double click on it, and now what is it's showing is the type mark. I don't want it to show the type mark. I want it to show the cost parameter, so I will press on this arrow, remove parameter from label, and I want it to show the cost parameter. I'll press OK. Now the parameter is finished in the family. I will load it back into the project and override the existing version. Now this parameter is the cost of this window. That's $50 of this door. Sorry, this door. Question number 6. Open 02 families and Revit. Open 3D view, and what is the material of the back of this chair? I will close that one, close that one. Don't want to save it. And I will open 02 families. And that's the 3D view. And here the question is asking about the material of this, the back of this chair. So I will go here and open the family by double clicking it, and then the back of the chair I will find here that's the material textile bamboo wave, and all the answers um, for the exam you will find it in the last page. You will find here it's all the answers for the exam questions. So back to our exam. Question number 7 says open roof to be, and here we come to the dense question, or what I can say the most challenging and time consuming. I can say not challenging but time consuming. That me personally, when I was preparing for the exam, I solved a lot of questions about roofs, and I focused on roof stairs, as we will see how the stairs question look like in a minute, and the railing, because those are the questions with the most um, givens, with the most requirements, and those are the question that will consume the most time from you in the exam. So um, a good preparation would be perfect when you focus on this type of questions. So open roof 2B. I'll close that one. Open roof 2B. And take care also of something. In most of the exam, the roof question comes in this same format. So it says create a roof and the settings are given, and maybe the picture here to see which line will be defining slope, but it always come in this format. Um, that's from my experience. I from my personal experience, because uh, when I solved a lot of exams, when I was entering the exam, I knew that the roof will come in this format, so I was prepared for it. Um, Before I solved the question, I was wondering how will the question come for the roof, or how will the question come for the floors or those other stuff, but they always come in a unified format. So back to the exam, I will activate level 2 and I will create a roof by footprint using the exterior rules with the following settings. Okay, so what we typically do is that we will create a roof by footprint, and before starting to drawing, we will enter our settings. It says level 2. Okay, it's level 2. The type roof generic 400, the roof generic 400, and the router cut 2 cut clump, the router cut 2 cut clump. And also in the PDF and the exam, you will find an explanation for what is a rafter cut and what is the different kinds of rafter cuts, the two cut square and plumb cut, with images for you to understand how they look like in the real world example. So it's to cut plump, and for the line defining slope, check the attached image in the question. So here, as I can see, this triangle here is indicating that this line is defining slope, and it's on all the edges of the roof, so that indicates that all the edges are defining slope, and the overhang is 0.65 and extend to wall core unchecked. Extend to wall core unchecked, and the overhang 0.65. And as you can see here, that most of the settings, uh, the type roof, which was generic, is already there because I solved this exam on this file before, and Revit just saves the last settings for your elements. But yeah, but that's not the case in the real exam. So now I'm ready to draw the wall. I will go here, and as you can see, as I move my mouse, it toggles between the inner side and the outer side. In my case, it's the outer side, and I will press tab to select all the walls. And now the edges are created. I will click finish. And what is required is the area of the roof, and the area of the roof, you'll find it here, it's 152.481. I can go and check my answer here, 152.481. Okay, question 8. That's another example for the heavy question, I can say. I will close that one, and I will open Rails 02. And here it says activate level 1 floor plan, and then create a rail using those dotted lines. Those dotted lines, I should create a railing using those lines. And here it's given with which settings I should create this rail, and uh, there is an extra requirement that I change the baluster main pattern distance from previous to 2 meter, and the question, how many balusters does the right side of the rail have? This side of the rail. So we will go step by step with the question. I will activate level 1 floor plan, and here is the dotted line. I will go to railing and sketch a path, and I will feed my settings first. The base level is level 1, the base level is level 1, and the type is 900 millimeter pipe, 900 millimeter type, and offset 0 and offset from path 0.3. So here offset 0 and offset from path 0.3. Now I'm ready to draw the wall, the railing, sorry. I will choose pick line, and I will just pick those lines, and I should then change the baluster main pattern distance from previous to 2 meters. I will click finish, and now the railing is created, and as you can see here, there was something I want to show you. Here, I will close it. I will delete it because I want to show you something that may be a little confusing, but it's easy when you just know it. I'll sketch the path. Okay, that's the same settings. Now, as you can see, those are the lines we created. But you see here, the offset from path, it should be 0.3. So that should be offset 0.3. But you see that it lies directly on the lines that we created. When you press finish, you will see that this line will be offset. So now you see that this offset is created. So for you to don't get confused about it. When you click finish, you will see the offset from path shown. Okay, so now I will change the baluster main pattern distance from previous to 2 meters. I will go here, and what is required is the distance from previous, here the main pattern distance from previous, to be 2 meters. That should be 2 meters. I will press apply, okay, apply, okay, and the question, how many balusters does the right side of this rail have? So I want to know how many balusters do I have in this side. I will go to the 3D view, and here, as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3. The answer is 3. Okay, I'll close that one. And question 9, it says open mass 2A. It says open mass 2A. And activate 3D view and create mass floors for all levels of the following mass, and what is the exterior surface area of the mass floor at level 1. So to create mass floor, what I will do that I will just select this mass, and here I will find mass floors. I will just click on it, and here is this window. It will ask me for which levels do I want to create the mass floors. The question asks me to create a level to create mass floors for all levels. I will select all the levels and I will click OK. And as you can see here, the mass floors are created. So the question asks me what is the exterior surface area of the mass floors at level 1. I will go here to level 1 and I will press tab to toggle selection, and now I have selected the mass floor for level 1, and the exterior surface area here it's 80.699. I can also go for the answer and check here, it's 80.699. Okay, question number 10. As we can see here, I would like to give a quick overview of the question that we solved till now. So as you can see, that the questions vary in its difficulty. You will find um, uh, questions that are simple, that are direct, that you will be able to solve quickly, like this question. If you remember it, question number 1, it's just that you create a grid and you measure the distance. Here you draw a wall and get the volume. Here this also should be easy. You change the width and you get the the area of the host wall, and here you get the density. Here you get the tags. Here you get the material. Here it's a little bit uh, 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 I can say denser, with more requirements. It's not difficult, but it's denser, and the same thing here. That you will find it also in the exam. You will find questions that are really easy, and another questions that are a little complicated. Not complicated, but it will take some time from you. And when you manage to solve the questions like you can say this type, the question 2, when you manage and you focus that you will solve those questions in like 1 minute and a half or 1 minute, you will save more time for the other questions. That's you will save more questions, more time for questions like this. That's a strategy. You should have your own strategy before entering the exam. That's I get colleagues that told me they get into the exam and they didn't make it from the first time. I then I reviewed with them how did they enter the exam, and they honestly they didn't have a strategy for taking the exam. They had the knowledge, and that's a very important point. They had the knowledge, but they didn't have a strategy for managing the exam. Okay, so back to our questions. Question 10. I will close that one, and we will open AEC 5B. and activate level 1 floor plan. And here I should move the desk on the left so that it's aligned horizontally with the desk on the right. And what is the distance between the desk on the left and grid A after alignment? I will go here and I will press AL for alignment, and I will click on my reference line first, and then on this line that I want to move. Now they are aligned together. I will press X. That's my own custom shortcut, but we can use this button from here, and the distance is 0.7, and we can go also and check it. The distance is 0.7. So question 11. Question 11, it almost come in all the exams. I will close that one. I will open BLK and activate site floor plan. Okay, it's already activated, and I will import this DWG file using those settings, and I should select the import instance to generate topo surface using adding the points to layer with this layer, and at the end what is the projected area of the completed topo surface. So I will go here to insert, and what is required that I import CAD, and I should import the CAD with those settings: current view only off, colors preserve, positioning auto origin to origin, positioning auto origin to internal origin, units auto detect, and then I will generate a topo surface using this layer. So now I will click open. Now I have this layer, and I will create a topo surface. I will go to massing and site and go to topo surface, and I will click here create from import, and here I will select import instance, and I will select my DWG file. And now Revit is asking me from which layers do I want to create the topo surface. So what are those names? Actually, those are the CAD layers that I have in this CAD file. So if you open this CAD file, you will find these layers, and here it's asking me I should create it with this layer EXTIFG. So I will check none, and I will select EXTIFG, and I will click finish, and now that's the topo surface. What is the projected area of the completed topo surface? The projected area is 9.314. I will go also to check the answer. 9.314. Now question 12. I will close this one. And question 12, it says open scale option A. I will open scale option A and I will activate level 1 floor plan and set the scale of the view to 1 to 100. Activate level 1 and I will set the scale to 1 to 100. And what is the text that appear in the plan? The text is dining room. I will also go to check it. The text is dining room. Question 13, open scale B5.Revit. I will close that one and open scale B5.Revit and activate level 1 floor plan and turn on the visibility for planting in this view. And how many trees do you see in this view? So to turn on the visibility of planting, I will press VV. That's the shortcut for the visibility graphic overrides. And here are the categories. I will just scroll down until I find the planting and I will tick on this box and press OK. And here, how many plantings do you see? I can see here 2. Answer is 2. Answer is 2. Question 14 says open visibility option D, activate level 1 floor plan, and in the visibility graphics for wall, change the cut line to red and the projection line to green. And what is the color of the wall outline after you press apply? I will close this one and I will open visibility option D. I will open visibility option D and I will activate level 1 floor plan and I will change the cut, press VV and I will go to walls and I will change the cut line color to red and the projection to green. Okay, so here the cut line color, I will change it to red and the projection surface line I will change it to green. It's any shade, no problem, and press OK. And the question says what is the color of the wall outline after you press apply? And after I press apply, it's red. Question 15, it says open details, the Revit, activate section 1. What is the text size for the word plaster? I will open details comp and I will activate section 1. I will go here and double click on section 1. Here it's asking me what is the text size and I will go to edit type and here you will find that the text size is 3.5 millimeter. we can also go to check it, and the answers, it's 3.5. Question 16, it says open charts B, create a colorful legend with the following properties: color scheme by room name, and what color represents room number 1, this room. So I will go here, close that one, close that one, and I will open charts B and activate level 1 for plan view, and I should create a colorful legend by room name. So to create a colorful legend, I will just go to annotate, and here you will find colorful legend. Now it's activated. I will just click here and go and edit the scheme, and I want it to be by uh, room, what it's required by the room name. So I will go here and search for the name and press OK and press apply. Okay. So what color represents room 1? It's blue. I can go and check, it's blue. Now question 17, so it says open annotations A1 Revit, and close that one, and I will open annotation A1.Revit and activate level 1 floor plan. Activate level 1 floor plan, it's already activated, and I should flip the direction of the section and then open the section view. I will click on it and I will flip the direction, and now I will open the section, and the question is, what is the color of the wall at front? And it is red. Question 18, it says, I'll close that one, open views underscore camera, and I will open views underscore camera, and I will activate the level 1 floor plan and create a camera and place it as it is shown in the image. And the question says, how many chairs, partially or fully, do you see in the 3D camera view? So as you can see here in this image, it says here place the eye of the camera, and here place the target. When I open the file, I will find also this instructions. So I will just open, and here you can see the instructions. At this intersection, I should place the eye of the camera, and here I should place the camera target. So to create a camera, I will go to view, and under 3D view you will find here the camera icon. When you click it, now you'll find this camera icon on the mouse. When I click here, the eye will be created, and I will click here at roughly at this intersection to place the target. And when I clicked it, you find that automatically the camera view is opened. And the question says, how many chairs do you see in the 3D camera view, partially or fully? So I can see here it's one, two, three, four. So I can see here 4 chairs. I can also go to check the answer. That was question number 18. Okay. Question number 19. It says open sheets underscore view the Revit and create a sheet view using the title block. This one, and what is the project number? So I will go here and close it without saving, and then I will go and open sheets underscore view, and I will create a sheet view using the title block. I will create a sheet view. I will go here and right click, new sheet, and here is asking me with which title block I should create this sheet. I will click on that one, and here you can see what is required, what is the project number. So I will go here for the project number, and the project number is X3157. That is the project number. We'll go to answers to check it. It's XG157. Okay, question number 20. It's the schedules. It says open schedules 02. I will close that one, and I will open schedules 02. And I should create a new schedule with the following properties. Here it's given what settings I should create the schedules with. I will go here and I'll go to new schedules. I should create new schedule, the category doors. The category is doors. And the name is doors schedule. That will not be a problem. And the phase new construction, take care also, because maybe it's given another phase. Then some parts maybe are created in the existing, and some are in the new construction, so you should also bear that in mind. And add the following fields in order: family, type, level, count. I'll click OK, and I will add those levels, which is family, then type, then level, then count. And I should sort by family with a blank line, then by level. So I'll go here and sort by family with a blank line, then by level. I'm just following the instructions that are given to me. And turn itemize every instance off. Here I should turn this off. And for grand totals, select title, count, and totals. For grand totals, select title, count, and totals. and I will press OK. Now I have this scheduled. What is the question? The question is how many of this door show up in the schedule count for level 1. So I will go here, level 1, there are, I see here, there are this type and this type. He was asking me about the doors EXT DBL, which is that one. How many doors I see in level 1 is 8. The answer is 8. I will also go to check. The answer is 8. Question 21. And here we came into the theoretical part. The most of the exam, as we said, it's 30 questions. 20 of them will be using Revit, and 10 of them will be theoretical questions. Theoretical questions in which you will not be asked to open any Revit file. You will just it will be multiple selection, or you complete a sentence, but you'll not be asked as you saw in the 20 questions that you always open um, Revit file. So here it tells me identify the following icons. This icon and this icon and this icon. And here that is the view scale, and here this icon is the detail level, and here that is the reveal hidden elements. So it is that one which is B. I'll go here. That is B. Question 22. Levels in Revit belongs to model elements, datum elements, annotation elements, or view specific elements. So to be able to understand this part, I there is a very useful resource. I will just open it. Here I prepared that are the exam tips. You will find it here in this course. But also I attached with it Revit terminology in pictures, and that's a collection of diagrams that make you able to understand Revit more easily. So here, when you see here, levels in Revit belongs to which group of them. So here you see that Revit elements are divided into three main categories. Those are the model elements, and those are basically walls, floors, roofs, ceilings, stairs, and those stuff. And datum elements, which are the grids, levels, and reference plane, and view specific elements. What are view specific elements? Are elements that are only visible in the view that they are created. For example, the annotations, the dimensions. The dimensions, if you created a dimension in a floor plan, it will not be visible in the section or in the site or in the floor plan of the above level or the lower level. Those type the the detail component and the field region and all those elements are view specific. They are only visible in this view. But the walls are not view specific, because if you draw it in a section, it will be visible in all the views, in the 3D view, the elevations, all of the other views. So that's a way to differentiate between those two elements, and the datum elements are the grids, levels, and reference plane. So here, back to the question, it's the levels belong to the datum elements. Question, and we can check it also. Okay. Question 20. No, yeah. Question 23 in Revit. Doors needs a host element to be created, and the answer is true. You cannot create a door without a host element. So let's just try it really quick. We can try it here. If you just click on a door, you'll find that you see this no sign, and you see the mouse. You cannot place the door except when you come to the host element, which is here, in this case the wall, but here you cannot create any door. Question 24. What are the creation types of roofs? And choose all the correct answer. The answer is roof by face, by footprint, and by extrusion. And you can just go here to roof, and you will find here the methods of roof creations. And if you go here, A, B, and C. Question 25. The project base point is by default hidden in the floor plan views but visible in the site plan view. The answer is true. Question 26, and we can check it. Question 25, true. Question 26. You are editing a sheet now and you want to measure the distance between a guide grid and a project grid. Which tool should you use? Align dimension, measure between two references, angular dimension, spot elevation. The answer is measure between two references, because align dimensions will not work in this case, but measure between two references is the method to do it, and that is the tool. Now measure between two references that you should use it. Question 26b. Question 27. In a drafting view, you can draw a detail line but not a model line. The answer for this one is true. We'll go to question 27. Question 28. What are in-place families? In-place families are unique elements that you create when you need to create a unique component that is specific to the current project. It refers to only the furniture families in a project, or refers to the window families or the wall families. The answer is A. Question 28. Question 29. To add a building pad to a project, you must have first a topo surface. You must have a topo surface to be able to add a building pad. And question 30, which of the following is the icon for work sets? And the answer is 4, which is D.